What a journey. What a journey. So I was literally traveling throughout my pregnancy, and I was traveling throughout my pregnancy once around the globe. So that was a very beautiful and magical experience. And never say that when you get pregnant, when you get kids, you have to stop. Yes, you have to adjust, but you never have to stop your life. Continue doing the things you love doing. This is really what I want to share with you today. It's like, continue doing the things you love doing. This is so necessary, and the world needs it. The world needs happy, blissful babies. Hello loves. So today I'm gonna share my unique, special journey into motherhood, from really becoming pregnant to, and the preparation already before becoming pregnant, to almost just before the birth. As you can see, she is very big already. 8 months I'm in. So why this video might be very interesting for you. I am a single mom, or becoming a single mom so far. Might change, you never know. I was traveling around the whole globe in the pregnancy and living abroad. I lived already for 5 years in Bali before, and she chose to be born in Bali after traveling the whole world. And to simply inspire you to surrender, to really trust, to trust your feminine beauty, your feminine strengths. Because we women are so powerful. And I want to just give you my story in this video, that you can find your own strengths, be inspired, and don't let go of something what you love only because you're pregnant, because you're getting a baby, or because life hits you hard, or whatever happens. But like, stay true to you. Find yourself, find your inner strengths in you. And for that, I really want to share this, my sacred story with you. May it inspire you. May it give you some inspirations. And let's begin. Every pregnancy is completely unique and completely depending on so many circumstances and so many inspirations, and where you already come from, the inner work you have done already, the ancestral healing, and also in which container you are. Are you in a safe relationship? Are you single? And there are so many factors. So I just gonna share my story and hope I can inspire you, hope I can give you some sparks and inspirations to trust, to simply trust in life. And if something is meant to be, if there's this little starseed coming to you, that you know exactly what to do, and yeah, to simply inspire you. So I'm a single mom, at least until now, and or becoming a single mommy. And it brings a lot of depths and a lot of intensity with it. Not to say that if you're in a relationship, it might also bring their own journeys and their own challenges with it. But it's my first child, so I'm the first time mommy, single, and ready. I never knew that I'm so ready. Okay, but let's begin from the start. And also, whenever I post a reel or something where there's like just a short thing or a link, then I will post it either here or here. So it might pop up on top, and you can always click there and have some other shorts to watch. But this one will a little bit longer, so simply enjoy and write in the comments. Tell me your story as well. So let's begin with before the conception. So the sacred time before even receiving the semen. I got prepared, I think, for almost at least half a year or longer. If I look back, even like all the relationships I had before, they were literally preparing me emotionally, internally, mentally, physically, in all layers. So there was a huge clearing of the masculine, like around half a year before I conceived her. There was literally a cutting of all the masculine. They came again in my field and was literally really clear, we are just friends. There's nothing more sexual as the men who were before in my life. And so there was this huge clearing. That was one of the first things when I look back to see that clearly. And they were even flying into the country. So I'm already based for over 5 years here in Bali, and it's my home. I have my community, my everyday life here, and my work, and my work where I was always adjusting as well, and finding new solutions how to make money. Some works well, some didn't work well at all. It's an exploration. So clearing out the man was the first thing, literally. And then another big preparation, I feel, was actually being the person for one of my best friends on her wedding, which was such a beautiful experience to support her in this sacred love connection, to really get married with her most beloved man. And they're such a beautiful couple as well, so it's such an honor to support them. And yeah, she set a very strong intention for love and to ripple that out, especially to me and the other person of the bridesmaid, you say? I think that's the English word. And for the man, the one who supports the man. So that was a very intense, beautiful experience. And directly after the wedding, literally a few days after, and I was in a deep internal process at this time as well, with like unraveling my business, unraveling what I want to show into the world, what I want to bring into the world. I didn't knew that it's literally not so much about my offering as the Blue Lotus apprenticeship, but at this time I was really working hard on that. So a few days after the wedding, I went to dance and I met the baby's daddy. And we literally just knew each other for 1.5 months, and she wanted to come. She wanted to come so clearly. And in December last year, I went on a beautiful pilgrimage in Egypt. And exactly on the portal day 12/12 I got the last time my moon, and we were all the priestesses who we were in Egypt, which was also such a beautiful, you can say, coincidence, synchronization, however word you want to give it, but it was really meant to be that we all came, and from different countries, we were all at the same time, some very powerful women coming together in this one temple, Hathor, and we did some beautiful activations there, and I was just completely open. I was on my moon cycle, the first day on my moon, and that's also when you start counting the pregnancy, because in the old days they didn't knew about the bachelor dates or the ovulation time. I was super aware of my conception on the day, on even the time, but yeah, nowadays it was not there. So they started to count the pregnancy of the first day of the last moon. So on this day I was in Egypt with all my priestess sisters, and I didn't consciously do opening for a baby. I was completely even letting go. Before, I always had this dream of, yes, I want to be mommy, and the last year when I was living more with friends together who already have babies, I got this reality check and I was like, oh my gosh, I was really romanticizing the whole mommyhood or parenthood. And so I was completely letting go. If I have child or not, I'm fine. I'm really fine. But then she wanted to come through. And so from this beautiful romance I had over the 1.5 months, where he was showing up, he was like, wow, like most beautiful appreciation in a new connection. It was very divinely. And we just really enjoyed to be with each other. And directly on my ovulation time, when I was back in Bali and he also came back to see me, I was freaking out the whole day. It's almost, I knew I'm getting pregnant. And sometimes I receive informations earlier and I don't know how to filter them. I don't know how to understand them. But I was already buying 2 pregnancy tests on a day before I got pregnant. And I was freaking out the whole day. I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm ovulating, I'm pregnant. Which couldn't be possible at this time. But I didn't know how to receive this information, how to understand it well. And I also just made 1 or 2 days before, I made a really long and powerful womb clearing meditation to really, literally, if I look back, to prepare my inner garden. This day I just felt off and I was like, I need something to ground, to come back to myself. And so this womb meditation was calling me. I was like, oh, let's do that. And a beautiful yoni steaming and face steaming with blue lotus. Oh, it was exactly what I needed. And I felt so much better afterwards. And then 2-3 days later, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant, I'm freaking out. And from that freaking out, I told him. I literally told him, I was like, oh my gosh, I could be. He was like, no. I was like, okay, but we're gonna take care. I'm on my ovulation, because I know my body very well. I know all the symptoms, and I'm very horny in my ovulation time. So, nevertheless, it happened. We all know how we make babies, so I'm not gonna dive deeper into this area. And then he was freaking out. I was super peaceful the next day, and he was freaking out. We had a long conversation in the evening, and also his energy started to completely shift, completely, in this time. And what I also hear now is that for men, not always maybe, but it can be. Depends also how much inner work you have done, where you are in your life, and it always depends a lot of circumstances. But for men, it can really, once they give the semen to the women, it can activate their deepest core wound. So most probably something like this had happened, and I was completely withdrawing his energy, and I was simply, okay, let's go. Like, if I'm pregnant or not, doesn't matter, but I know where I cannot go over myself anymore, because I did it a lot in the past, and it brought me a lot of suffering. And yeah, I was breaking these old patterns of mine to run after love, to be loved, to not do that any longer. So I was like, please just go. If you want to go, go. And we all have our own stories, our own patterns, and so that was our beginning, literally. Now I will just share a little bit about the trimesters. What a journey.